वेलकम टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल द सोलफुल डायरी। आज के वीडियो में हम बात करेंगे रूडयार्ड किपलिंग और इनकी पोम द बटरफ्लाइज के बारे में। बट पोम को जानने से पहले चलिए डिस्कस कर लेते हैं पोएट के बारे में। पोम को इन डेप्थ डिस्कस करने से पहले जान लेते हैं पोएट के बारे में। रूडयार्ड किपलिंग, who was born in 1865 in Mumbai but educated in England at the United Service College, Westford, Bideford. In 1882, he returned to India where he worked for Anglo-Indian newspapers. His literary career began with departmental duties 1886, but subsequently he became chiefly known as a writer of short stories. A prolific writer, he achieved fame quickly. Kipling was the poet of the British Empire and its yeoman, the common soldier, whom he glorified in many of his works. In particular, Plain Tales from the Hills (1888) and The Soldier's 3 (1888), collection of short stories with roughly and affectionately drawn soldiers' portraits. His barrack room ballads were written for as much as about the common soldiers. In 1894 appeared his Jungle Book, which became a children's classic all over the world. Kim, 1901, the story of Kimball O'Hara and his adventures in the Himalayas, is perhaps his most felicitous work. Other works include The Second Jungle Book (1895), The Seven Seas (1896), Captain's Courageous (1897), The Day's Work (1898), Stocky and Co. (1899), Just So Stories (1902), Traffics and Discoveries (1904), Puck of Pook's Hill (1906), Actions and Reactions (1909), Debit and Credit (1926), The Servant, a Dog, and Limits and Renewals. During the First World War, Kipling wrote some propaganda books. His collected poems appeared in 1933. Kipling was the recipient of many honorary degrees and other awards. In 1926, he received the Gold Medal of the Royal Society of Literature, which only Scott Meredith and Hardy have been awarded before him. चलिए पोम को इन डेप्थ डिस्कस करने से पहले जान लेते हैं उसके कुछ key features. Rudyard Kipling's butterfly presents a multifaceted reflection on desire, disappointment, and the contrasting perspectives of innocence and experience. The poem begins with an image of youthful exuberance and quickly transitions to a more somber tone as the children face frustration. Ultimately, the poem offers a complex commentary on faith, perception, and the potential for beauty to emerge from unexpected places, leaving the reader to contemplate the nature of true understanding. चलिए पोम को इन डेप्थ डिस्कस करते हैं. Stanza 1. Eyes aloft over dangerous places, the children follow the butterflies, and in the sweet of their upturned faces, slash with a net at the empty skies. In this stanza, the poet presents a multifaceted reflection on desire, disappointment, and the contrasting perspectives of innocence and experience. The poem begins with an image of youthful exuberance and quickly transitions to a more somber tone as the children face frustration. Ultimately, the poem offers a complex commentary on faith, perception, and the potential for beauty to emerge from unexpected places, leaving the reader to contemplate the nature of true understanding. Stanza 2. So it goes, they fall amid brambles and sting their toes on the needle tops, till after 1,000 scratches and scrambles they wipe their bows and the hunting stops. In the pursuit of fleeting desires and the inevitable disappointment that follows, the opening stanzas depict the children's fervent chase, their eyes aloft over dangerous places, highlighting their unwavering focus on the elusive butterflies. The phrases sweat off their upturned faces and slash with a net at the empty skies illustrate the intensity of their efforts and the futility of their pursuit. This quest ends in pain. They fall amid brambles and sting their toes on the needle tops, suggesting that the relentless chase of something beautiful can lead to unexpected hardship. This section uses imagery of pain and frustration to illustrate the disappointment of chasing a desire that is difficult to grasp, symbolizing the experiences of pursuing idealistic goals. Stanza 3. Then to quiet them comes their father, and still the riot of pain and grief, saying, "Little ones, go and gather out of my gather a cabbage leaf." The poem shifts its focus to the potential for finding beauty in the mundane. The father's intervention introduces a different perspective. Instead of chasing fleeting beauty, he directs the children to find the dull grey eggs on the cabbage leaf. This act symbolizes the importance of recognizing potential where others see the only ugliness. The eggs, seemingly insignificant, will turn by way of the worm to lots of glorious butterflies raised from the dead. This suggests a transformation, emphasizing that beauty can arise from humble origins. The segment emphasizes that the true beauty is not the fleeting butterfly but the process of transformation. Stanza 4. You will find on its walls and clots of dull grey eggs that, properly fed, turn by way of worm to lots of glorious butterflies raised from the dead. The, fi- the final stanza, stanza 5. Heaven is beautiful, earth is ugly, the three-dimensioned creatures set. So we must not look where the snail, so we must not look where the snail and the slug lie, for Psyche is birth and that is our death. In the final two stanzas, the poet, the line "Heaven is beautiful, earth is ugly" sets up a dichotomy between spiritual ideals and earthly realities. The poem critiques this viewpoint, stating, "So we must not look where the snail and the slug lie, for Psyche's birth and that is our death." This allusion to Psyche, the Greek goddess of the soul, often depicted with butterfly wings, highlights the danger of rejecting the earthly realm in the search for spiritual truth. To ignore the snail and the slug, the less appealing aspects of existence, is to miss the potential for transformation and ultimately leads to a form of spiritual death. The tone here is critical, questioning conventional religious perspectives and suggesting that true understanding requires embracing the entirety of existence, not just the idealized parts. In conclusion, Butterfly is a complex exploration of desire, disappointment, and the search for meaning. The poem juxtaposes the children's naive pursuit of beauty and with the father's wisdom in recognizing potential in unexpected places. Ultimately, Kipling challenges us to reconsider our perceptions of beauty and ugliness, suggesting that true understanding requires embracing the entirety of existence, including the mundane and even the unpleasant. The poem ends by posing the question if rejecting the earthly or rejection of potential is the true path to enlightenment, found in both the soaring butterfly and the humble cabbage leaf. Themes को discuss करते हैं. The pursuit of fleeting desires and disappointment. The poem begins with children eagerly chasing elusive butterflies only to end up amid brambles and pain. This symbolizes humanity's often futile pursuit of idealistic or transient desires, which can lead to frustration and unexpected hardship when reality intervenes. Finding beauty and potential in the mundane. The father in the poem redirects the children's attention from the empty skies to dull grey eggs on a cabbage leaf. This introduces the theme of recognizing potential and beauty in humble or seemingly ugly origins. The worm, snail, and the slug. True beauty is not just the final product but the process of transformation itself. Transformation as hope. The eggs once properly fed, turned by way of the worm to lot of glorious butterflies raised from the dead. This highlights the theme of profound transformation and the idea that something beautiful and hopeful can emerge from the most insignificant beginnings. Critique of spiritual idealism versus earthly reality. The final stanza critiques a viewpoint that separates heaven is beautiful, earth is ugly, and ignores the less appealing aspects of existence. The poem suggests that rejecting the earthly realm in search of an idealized spiritual truth is a form of spiritual death. True understanding requires embracing the entirety of existence, including its messy everyday details. Perception and true understanding. The poem ultimately challenges readers to reconsider their perceptions of beauty and ugliness, suggests that the children, by focusing only on the high flying butterflies, miss the actual sources and miracles of Psyche's birth, an allusion to the Greek goddess of the soul, often depicted with butterfly wings found on the lowly cabbage leaf. Motives को discuss करते हैं. Fleeting desire and disappointment. The children initially chase the airborne butterflies with intense effort, but this pursuit is futile. Slash with a net at the empty skies and results in pain, falling in brambles, stinging their toes on needle tops. This symbolizes the pursuit of idealistic or superficial desires that are difficult to grasp and can lead to hardship and frustration. Transformation and inner beauty. The father shifts the children's focus from the elusive adult butterflies to the dull grey eggs on a cabbage leaf, which will turn by way of the worm to lots of glorious butterflies raised from the dead. This motif emphasizes that true beauty and potential can be found in humble or mundane origins, requiring patience and an appreciation for the process of metamorphosis. Embracing reality, the earthly versus the idol. The final stanza critiques a worldview that separates the beautiful heaven, the soaring butterfly, from the ugly earth, the snail, and the slug. Kipling argues that ignoring the less appealing aspects of existence is a form of spiritual death, and true understanding requires embracing the entirety of life, including its messy origins. अगले सिंबल्स को डिस्कस करते हैं बटरफ्लाइज के. Uh, Fleeting desire and disappointment. The children in the poem chase after the elusive butterflies with great intensity, only to fall in brambles and experience pain and frustration. Here, the butterflies represent desire or idealistic goals that are difficult to grasp and ultimately lead to disappointment. Transformation as hope. The father shifts the children's focus to the dull grey eggs found on the cabbage leaf, which turn by way of the worm to lot of glorious butterflies raised from the dead. This highlights the potential for beauty to emerge from humble everyday origins, emphasizing the process of transformation and rebirth. Embracing all existence, Psyche's birth. The poem uses the butterfly to represent the soul, alluding to the Greek goddess Psyche, often depicted with butterfly wings. It warns against rejecting the ugly aspects of existence, where the snail and the slug lie, in pursuit of idealized spiritual beauty, suggesting that true understanding requires embracing the entirety of life's messy reality. थैंक यू. आई होप आज की वीडियो आपको पसंद है. कैसी लगी हमें कमेंट करके बताएं. अगर वीडियो अच्छी लगी हो तो लाइक शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब टू माई चैनल. मिलते हैं कल एक और इन्फॉर्मेटिव वीडियो के साथ शाम 4 बजे. टिल देन कीप वॉचिंग एंड कीप सपोर्टिंग द सोलफुल डायरी. थैंक यू.